human engineering. It involves the biomedical modification of human beings. I'll give 4 examples. Here's one. 18% of greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock farming. So if we eat less meat, we could significantly reduce our greenhouse gas emissions.
Yes, humanity has opened the gate of harm. Recently, I came across this. In order to tackle climate change, humans should be genetically modified to be intolerant of meat. The guy, Matthew, was also a panel at the World Economic Forum. When you take a look at what is going on, recently the United Nations declared war against climate change misinformation. I have a couple of videos I'm going to play so you can see exactly what is going on. Even Zelensky lectured people on climate change. If you look through my channel, I don't always like to report on this, but it is important we take an exclusive look into what is going on exactly. If you have not subscribed to this channel, please endeavor us to do that, and if possible, please share out this video.
Climate change is one of the biggest problems that we face today. Millions could suffer hunger, diseases, coastal flooding as a result of climate change. We may be beyond the point of no return. Scientists believe that we have no choice but to consider geoengineering. This is large-scale manipulation of the Earth, such as spraying sulfate aerosols into the ozone layer in order to increase the reflectivity of the planet. But geoengineering is very, very risky. We have never attempted these technologies on such a large scale. So we could end up destroying the entire ozone layer. I want to consider a class of solutions that have never been considered before. Human engineering. It involves the biomedical modification of human beings. I'll give 4 examples. Here's one. 18% of greenhouse gas emissions come from livestock farming. So if we eat less meat, we could significantly reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. Now, some people would be willing to eat less meat, but they lack the willpower. Human engineering could help. Just as some people are naturally intolerant to milk or crayfish, like myself, we could artificially induce mild intolerance to meat by stimulating our immune system against common bovine proteins. And in this way, we can create an aversion to eating eco-unfriendly food. And we can do this, for example, by having meat patches, kind of like nicotine patches. People can then wear these patches before they go out for dinner to curb their enthusiasm for eating meat.
So, reducing the eating of meat can be part of the solution. This is the same talking point like Bill Gates.
Our focus here is on climate solutions, and our task is urgent. Humanity has opened the gates of hell.
That is not all.
And of course, firings at Twitter have left us with no one to call to flag content that is abusive or even incitement to violence. We're now seeing that almost anyone can promote disinformation for the price of a blue tick. So we've still, it's not all bad, we have teamed up with the platforms to elevate reliable information. Quite an army of them out there who want to take UN content and promote it within their followings, and also educating users on how to slow the spread of disinformation. Our new slogan that we want to have everybody have in their ear when they're online is pause, take care before you share. But yet, we do feel like we are in an information war.
You might be wondering who she is. The United Nations declare wars against climate change, misinformation. We are an information war. We need to massively ramp up our response. The UN Under Secretary General Melissa blamed Twitter for the spread of misinformation and hate speech at the Nobel Prize summit. And of course, firing at Twitter have left us with no one to call to flag content that is abusive or even incitement of vow. We are now seeing that almost anyone can promote disinformation for the price of a blue tick. You can see clearly what is happening here. Elon Musk allowing people to be paying monthly blue tick is something they never wanted. And they clearly tells you they have ramped up with social media platforms, to tackle this. Even a platform like this, you cannot share certain kind of informations you have less knowledge on, even if it's the truth. So promoting their content is what they want. We have to team up with a platform to elevate reliable information around COVID and climate to amplify trusted messages. And we have an army of them out there. So they are people, their work is just to spread these messages. This is important. Now, taking a look at the United Nations Summit, this article was published by CNN. The UN Secretary General warned of great fracture as world leaders begin debate. United Nations Secretary General Antonio has warned of a looming great fracture in the world, describing existing global governance structures as failing to save a changing world. Speaking before world leaders in the United Nations Assembly Hall on Tuesday, Guterres called for sweeping changes to multilateral institutions, including informing the powerful Secretary Council at the heat of the United Nations and redesigning global financing system. The alternative to reform is not the status quo. The alternative to reform is further fragmentation. He said, it's a reform or ruptured. Like you saw here, he said humanity has actually opened a very big gate to harm. A lot of people have taken this clip and it's going viral on social media. If you have been following this channel, I think I did a follow up partaken to the World Economic Forum last year, and the kind of messages I get here, they are just in line with what I heard with these people. Very important.